Hey guys, welcome to week 90 here on the Real DVD Watchers. Sorry, week 91 on the Real DVD Watchers. On Wednesdays, it's me, Tom. The movie that I've chosen to review today is something that when I first saw it, it was amazing. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. I found it to be flawless, but the more I watch it now, yes, I still like it as much as I liked it back when I first saw it, but just, I'm noticing certain flaws in the movie. But you know what? If a movie is 100% flawless, something's wrong with it, unless it's Sin City, because that movie is flawless. But if a movie is 100% flawless, something's clearly wrong with it. And this movie, its flaws actually add to it, if you will. But the movie in question, sorry, I'm yawning so much today. But movie in question is Girl Interrupted from 1999, starring Angelina Jolie and Winona Ryder, Jeffrey Tambor, and Whoopi Goldberg. Basically, what's going on in this one? This is the real-life story of Susanna Kaysen. Basically, what happens? Susanna one day decides to take her life with a bottle of pills and a bottle of vodka. And so she goes to this mental hospital where she does sign herself in willingly, but just she thinks that there's nothing wrong with her. She thinks that yes, she had an episode, but it's easily managed. So when she goes there, she sees all these different people and all these different severities of insanity or personality disorders and stuff like that, but just she wasn't ready to cope with it. So Susanna, thinks that nothing's wrong with her. She's only there because she has to be there. So from then on she meets Lisa Rowe, who's played by Angelina Jolie, and just Lisa Rowe has fully embraced her madness. She understands. Yes, she is a sociopath, and she understands that this actually sets her free. So Susanna and Lisa start building this friendship, and at times, it borderlines on an actual relationship rather than a friendship. But the more Susanna sees herself becoming like Lisa, the more afraid she gets. Because as free as Lisa thinks she is, though, Susanna sees her going through shock therapy, going through isolation, going through being drugged up. And that scares Susanna because, eventually she understands that, yes, there's something wrong with her, but then she has to make a choice if she wants to follow in Lisa's footsteps or go down her own path to recovery, because Lisa says at the movie that, she's a lifer at this insane asylum. So what happens then is the rest of the story. I don't know why I even said this. Also, the late Brittany Murphy's in this, and she just does an amazing job. Whoopi Goldberg's also in this. But I want to talk about the writing in this movie, because it was adapted from Susanna Kaysen's book, and I've actually read Susanna Kaysen's book as well too. I read it right after I watched the movie of this, and it's pretty much pinpoint. Yes, they left out some stuff, but it's over minuscule stuff really. But it's absolutely brilliant. It really captures the essence of what Susanna Kaysen was going through, and everyone in this movie really cared, especially Winona Ryder, who also came on as a producer of this movie. You could totally tell that Wino was touched and moved by this. I want to talk about the acting, because Jolie, as much as I really don't like Angelina Jolie, she won the Oscar for this, and it was really well deserved. Jolie really embraced her character. You can tell that she spent hours watching, people who, feel that there's nothing wrong with them in the insane asylum, but clearly there's something is. And Whoopi Goldberg plays such a good authority/mother figure to all these characters, of being like a stern mother, of telling them what they need to hear, even if they don't want to hear it. And then you have Jeffrey Tambor. This is back when Jeffrey Tambor was a bigger guy, and he is so good in this role of a doctor, trying to care, but you could tell there's an air of non-caringness to him. And Brittany Murphy, to see her playing such a bitch, it's just great, because Brittany Murphy, we all have this preconceived notion of Brittany Murphy being, this sweet innocent girl, especially from Clueless, really, where she played Ty. But in this, it's the exact opposite. She's mean, she's cold, she doesn't give a fuck about anyone else. But again, there's also a softness to her character of Daisy, which really I don't think anyone else could have brought besides Brittany Murphy. Because Brittany Murphy was a tremendous actress. Really, she was. Yes, even, I know someone could throw Uptown Girls back in my face, but you know what? She was even good in Uptown Girls. Or even Just Mary, as much as I hate that fucking movie. But the direction from James Mangold was so good, because you have a movie like this, and I really feel that movies that deal with mental hospitals, it walks a fine line. You really need a director who gets what he's going after. You know, he gets the fact that yes, we're not making an insane movie. We're making a movie about a fragile human being. I mean, really, with movies like this and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, yes, I know it is a bad comparison because they're so vastly different in some ways. But again, they are the same. But you know, you need directors who understand the subtle differences, and because really, these movies walk a very, very fine line, if you will. The music is great. It's all set to 60s music, and really that's the decade when it takes place too. Is 60s, early 70s, but it's just a captivating movie with the use of music and the use of lighting, and just there's these great like original pieces to insinuate when someone's gonna have like a mental episode and freak out or attack someone, and it's just perfect, absolutely perfect. There's little subtle nods to other movies too. And I mean, the movie's really quotable too, which is another really good thing. I mean, how many times do you ever, if you have to watch this movie, how did you go, Susanna Kaysen? Susanna Kaysen? Because I do that. But nonetheless, so this movie, Girl Interrupted, is absolutely great. I don't want to give away too much of the movie, but it is a great movie about recovery, and also really deciding, you know, who you want to be, because like yes, you walk upon with freedom, but what is absolute freedom worth? Really, that's what this movie boils down to. But it is a great movie. I think if this movie a rating out of 10, it would definitely get a 7.5. It's absolutely great, and the casting is absolutely perfect. As much as I hate Angelina Jolie, you know, I have to give it up to her in this movie. So good in this movie, but definitely check it out if you haven't seen this yet. I know a lot of people actually haven't seen this movie, but it's kind of weird because this movie's absolutely great. You can get it for like $6 now, and stuff like that. It's great, so definitely check it out. So that's the review for this week, guys. Thanks to everyone who watches and subscribes. Here we go again. Thanks to everyone who watches and subscribes as always. You guys rock, and I'll catch you in a week's time. Later.